Alrighty, hello and welcome everyone. We are back here tonight. We have LVC Valorant taking on University of Kentucky. This is going to be an interesting one. It has been a bit of a rough ride here so far for the Valorant team, at least in NECC Champions and Appalachian Conference. It's been a much more comfortable journey so far, but we will see how things go. Currently, LVC is 0-2 in NECC Champions. It is their first tenure, in fact, the first tenure for any LVC team in the Champions Division, and so far, it's a bit of a rough one. But certainly, they will have the ability to bounce back. There's been some changes, not to the roster, but to the agents and to the roles that everyone is playing. So very curious to see how we get into this one. Apologies also for the stream being a bit late and stuff like that. I was making sure the COD team was set up because we decided to get a last-second stream on, and that's kind of where we ended up. But it's okay. We are certainly up and running, both for COD and for Valorant. As you can see here, I'm on the desk as always. Who else would it be? As we are currently doing the picks and bans. Also, I'll be in coach slot tonight, so I will not be able to see the full observer, but I think I've gotten roughly to a point where I can at least kind of understand what's going on based on what I'm seeing through the coach slot rather than the full observer. But this is unfortunately part of the non-NECC whitelist deal. You don't really get to choose, but it is completely okay with me. I understand teams not wanting players or not wanting people observing the whole map, and especially when they can't get confirmed to be on that whitelist. So we will hop on into it, though. I believe picks and bans are being done now. I don't... Huh? We don't know anything, actually. We are just in... We are just waiting in the lobby and going to go through picks and bans. And actually, since they are going to do that, I don't really have any stats. I feel really bad about this because I have not been putting stats together. I've been so busy lately with all the other stuff that we're doing here, which is very exciting stuff. But that's aside for a different day. I've been getting a lot of stuff put together, so we have unfortunately I've not really been able to get the stats done for this team, but surely we'll have them in a little bit. But for now, we'll throw it back over to the player cam, and we will hop on over to the to see what the players are doing before they lock in for this match. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to get into it. First map is Ascent. This is one we haven't seen in a little bit from this LVC team. They have been pretty solid on it so far, though, and certainly looking to get more reps on it as they will be starting on the defensive side. Map 2 will be Pearl, a map that we know LVC loves to play, And map 3, another one LVC loves to play on Icebox if we do go 3. But very well, we may not end up seeing 3. It depends. Always very excited to watch a Champions match. And now that we have a team in Champions, it makes my life much easier, and I just have that ability now. So we will get on into it as I believe we're just waiting for UKY to start the lobby, and then we'll be good to go. I'm very excited, though. I always love these Valorant matchups. They certainly have been having a bit of a tough time to go at the start here, but they can always bounce back. I truly believe that they have the ability to, and even in this really rough division that they have been put in, they have an opportunity here, a very good opportunity to make a name for themselves. But we will have to see as we get into it. You can see Omen going to be locked in for Juice. Crisper going to be looking at the Sova. Zario on the KO. We know how good of an Anish he can be as well. He's been a bit of swapping roles a little bit when it comes to what he decides to play, but we'll see possibly a double Anish setup from LVC, and the Sentinel going to be given to Sardog. John going to be playing Jet this time around, and I was watching these guys. They've been in here today for a while. They've been in here since probably like 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern. It's currently 8 Eastern if you are not from this coast. But they've been in here. They've been grinding. They've been playing a lot of ranked. We'll see if it all pays off here, or will Kentucky manage to put themselves in the win column. I believe both these teams are 0-2. I apologize if I got that wrong. I will pull this up right now just to make sure I'm correct on this information, because I don't remember off the top of my head, to be quite honest.
Select your agent.
Look. As the last few picks come in, Sardog actually going to be playing the Killjoy, and Killjoy has been a very popular pick as of late, a very, very good agent to have. As we'll see, the exact same comp mirrored by the side of UKY, University of Kentucky. They very well know that this is a meta comp, and I think if anyone here follows the Valorant scene, you certainly would know that as well. But LVC going to be starting on the defense. We'll see how things turn out. Looks like we're going to see a 4 or 3 stack of players over on that B site. Going to look to hold the pressure from this one. We'll see where UKY decides to go. Apologies for the what probably is going to look like a bit of lag. I'm tapped out of the game trying to find this division as quick as possible. But I'm just struggling to scroll right now. And I was actually incorrect. Kentucky is 1-1. I apologize to the players of Kentucky over there, but they are 1-1. We are now into the round, and LVC going to start off with 3 kills. Huge plays from John and Zario to start things off here. Look at John getting aggressive, and Crisper finds the last 2. Just one player of LVC falls there. A fast start for LVC here. And after what we've seen from them in the past couple of weeks, this is certainly the start you want to have. Looks like Crisper trying to get in here for a lineup. Will he manage to get the right spot? I know these players have been practicing the hell out of these positions. Well, Crisper get anything on that spot? Let's actually go over to mid. John misses the updraft, but it doesn't matter. Zario and Juice going to be playing hyper aggressive, and they want these kills. But Wayun finds at least 2, so odds are close to even here. Wayun's still alive as well.
One enemy remaining.
But Crisper at least picks up 1 over towards mid, and Sardog going to find the last. These rounds have been really fast already. LVC up 2-0 going into this bonus round.
Search, destroy, repeat.
Can LVC continue this aggression? And maybe with this being a bonus round too, they can get right into the faces of University of Kentucky and maybe create a play, as that is certainly what has been working for them. And the gun advantage doesn't really matter when you're standing right on top of each other.
Time for a field test.
We will find out here in just a couple seconds, though, as we get ready to kick off round number 3. The Detect is going to hit Sardog, and it looks like a few players trying to get up the map over in A main. I'm not sure if they spotted someone there, but that shock dart going to put John to 12 HP, so he has to be careful. He's now going to have to start playing here Rosario, but looks like Crisper going to be the first to fall.
Destroyed.
What rifles are LVC going to be able to take, if any, as Juice has to just back on down. And Zario finds a good kill, but the rest of the pressure is going to be over on this B site. And the paranoia going to hit Juice right in the face. So Spike now going down. You have your audio cranked loud enough, you could hear that audio cue. And if not, you can see it on your screen now. As John and Zario end up lining up there. A lot of rifles being kept for the moment from UKY. A very, very good bonus if you're them. It's exactly what you needed after how quickly those first 2 rounds ended. Juice just kind of playing towards CT, but he doesn't really have much to go with here. He doesn't have a lot of info. And honestly, it's just playing to see if he can bait anyone out on rotation after the spike goes and blows up. And it doesn't look like he'll find anyone, so he almost actually walks right into an SD, but just barely manages to get out of there. So now we will see the full buy round, or the first buy round of the game. At least I would imagine, considering 4 of those players from UKY managed to stay up. So
Here.
now into round number 4.
Placing
Sardog going to be slapping down the util. Say slamming and slapping at the same time and turn into slamming. Look at Crisper getting a bit greasy, as our friends over on the Rainbow team would say. Spamming that Odin straight through the wall. Maybe gets a few pings, I'm not really sure. But for now, no one is dead. And that's realistically what matters. John going to be posted up on top of the box here over towards tree. That dart going to detect 1. Crisper may look to wallbang again here. Does he get it? Well, it doesn't really matter. Juice falls anyways, so for now, it's just going to be Crisper on the site, and Sardog finds another. So now a 3v3, but Crisper is very, very weak. Sardog trying to watch 2 angles. The drone from Crisper not going to spot anything. Zario picks up 1 over at A. Over towards tree, and he detects another, so very likely this push going to be on to this A site. And I may have, there's the audio cue. The spike is now getting planted. Zario looks to just flash out, but gets tapped by IBM. Fittingly playing KO, by the way. As IBM finds a second. Now it's Crisper just in the 1v2. Only 10 HP to his name. Is there much he can do in this situation? He has 2 shock arrows, but he's going to need a bit more than that. Gets detected as well. They know he's up in heaven. Can he at least find 1 to take down with him? And no, he cannot. IBM finds 4 on the round and keeps UKY in it. It is now tied 2-2. And looks like LVC going to save, as you can see in the chat there. The quick chat comes in from Crisper. I don't know how meaningful that is to their comms, but it's going to reflect what they actually do here. They don't really have the funding to buy rifles anyways. As looks like LVC just gonna look to sprint forward again. John does have the ultimate, and it sounds like the ultimate from IBM comes in. Sardog finds the first. Another player is going to be pushing onto the site. Crisper gets flashed, but there's going to be a player that walks right by him. The shots are not there for Crisper though, and only 1 trade comes in. John doesn't get the shots. It's 2v3, and the Classic just not going to do enough damage, and really that round's going to come down to Crisper. He whiffed, I think, all 6 bullets in his clip on that Sheriff, and that is going to be the end of the round. Realistically, not really a round you should be taking anyways, but There's still a solid save from LVC. They now have the ability to buy those weapons, but this is going to be a force. If they lose this round, their econ is going to be broken again, and that is certainly not what you want to see if you're them. So going to have to find a plan and make it work. See if they decide to go with that heavy aggression we saw early on. See if that works. Flash all the way over the top of that wall there. No one in A main going to get flashed if there's even anyone there. And it looks like the answer to that question is no for now. John and Zario are going to look to clear. Trying to get this double chow on to whoever's in attack. But for now, nothing really going to come of it. Teleport comes in from Wyam. And Wyam gets a kill from it. But that doesn't really matter. The trades are in. 2 picks for LVC. Now a 3v4. Crisper still on site as well, so control is in their hands.
Enemy spotted B.
Crisper can just peek through if he has to, but Sardog picks up the kill. Crisper finds another, and Zario picks up that last one. Still an even match game here.
Spike spotted B.
3-3 going into the 7th round. And Crisper still going to have that Odin in his hands.
Placing swarm grenade.
Going to see a very similar setup, though. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do, especially on this map when it comes to defensive setups. It's fairly straightforward. One of the original maps of the game as well. Zario tosses out that knife, and players of LVC going to get smoked off. They have to be careful here. They can get shot through this smoke. We've seen this happen to them before. John only gets 1. Zario not going to find a trade, but he at least gets out with his life. So, life advantage for KY here, and Wyun just going to gun Zario.
Last player standing.
And Crisper's shot's not going to connect, and IBM finds 2 at the end there for 3 on the round. 4-3. Kentucky still looking to hold a lead, and you can see that LVC going to call in the timeout. I drug my audio all the way down. The coach of LVC there going to be working with the players. And as you can see also, we have all 5 in the building today. Crisper has decided to be in our presence today, very thankfully so. But LVC getting great openings in a lot of these rounds. They're finding the first bloods that they need, but just not able to convert after the fact of getting that. So it's a bit tough as well for me because I don't quite have the knowledge of how to go about calling this in the coach's slot. So we will see if LVC can start to turn things around. Not that they're out of this yet. It's only 3-4 anyways. I believe they might be on a save here. Actually, no. They should be able to buy for the most part. If not, everyone full buy. We're now back into the game here. Can LVC bring it to a draw once again? Zario going to have the operator in his hands. This could be a huge play, but he needs to be careful, as he doesn't really have much of a way to escape if he gets caught. That's why you typically would see a duelist with that weapon, but obviously LVC has a dynamic, but it doesn't matter. The shot is not good for Zario. And Buey flies through to find 1, almost finds a second, but Crisper just has to get away and ends up paying with his life. Sardog doesn't quite finish the kill off the first set of shots, but he ends up converting either way. John gonna get another, so LVC back into an advantage. Sardog trying to be careful. He doesn't have a lot of health to work with, and one player of UKY gonna get spotted over in mid. It is a 2v3, but almost a 2v2, and now it is a 2v2. Juice gonna hear that plant over towards A, and that spike will go down. Sardog only at 11 HP. Gonna be a tough one for these two to get through. A lot of util to work with though for Juice. Not so much for Sardog. He has the ultimate, but I don't know if I want to call that one in now. He at least managed to back away from this as well. And that arrow, or that shock arrow almost kills Sardog, but now he's just going to try and spray through the smoke. At least gets one. Comes down to a 1v1 though, and Twisted going to win that fight against Sardog there. And maybe Juice getting a bit too overzealous, trying to get through tree, maybe not expecting the push to be so close either. And it's going to cost him his life, and that honestly kind of cost him that round at the end there. Now a 3-5 scoreline. Kentucky pulling a 2 round lead of their own, but still not a lot. Certainly would like to see more if you're a fan of UKY here.
Alarm bot out.
And it looks like LVC gonna look to save again. Can they get the gunfights though? And Buick takes 2 off the rip. Juice put the 1 HP. And Juice just gonna get sprayed through that smoke, so looks like this will be another round for Kentucky. Crisper's shots just been a bit off here so far, and we'll see that continue. Not that he has a great weapon for that fight anyways. Sardog gets 2 bullets in there, but it's not going to do enough damage to find the kill. And that's a flawless round for Kentucky. Now a 3-round lead, slowly extending it.
Placing alarm bot.
Now 3-6.
Time out.
Still 3 rounds left in this half. Or, sorry, not 3. Actually, yeah, 3 rounds left in this half. I can't count. We see could still bring this to a 6-6. They have the guns to take this round. And they can kind of snowball from there. Looks like some early shots going to go down over towards mid. Crisper, I think, heard one, but I can't be sure on that. As John gets pinched. Crisper at least gets the trade onto Buey. Crisper trying to find the spot of this lockdown, and he doesn't, so Zario just going to be stuck here inside of it. He's going to have to hide. Will he be able to stay alive on point? Crisper at least going to be able to watch his cross, so should be able to be okay for now. And Juice now has to watch 2 of these angles. Zario gets out of the tech with his life, or the lockdown with his life. Zarya gonna still be over this B site, but slowly start to give it up.
Cover going out.
And we see rotating over towards A, and there comes that sonar dart. So likely the push gonna come over to this site, but can LVC hold? Zarya gets shot on the pinch. So now what do Kentucky decide to do? Still gonna be one player named Main. That's gonna be the Sova Twisted. But where are the rest of these Kentucky players? And it's going to be over at B. Crisper working with Juice there. Finds one. Crisper finds another.
Here.
Juice trying to hold B on the right side of the site here. But the paranoia hits 2, so that's going to slow down the push. These LVC players just need to be together. They need to make sure they have all bases covered if they want to take this round. And it's still very doable. The lockdown comes in, and the gunfight just need to be won for UKY, but Juice just going to decide to hop down and see if he can get this defuse. He's still hopping on it. The shots are there. LVC finally bouncing back as Juice just holds on the spike and gets the defuse. A very good round from LVC there, despite the double rotation from Kentucky. They do manage to start to bring themselves back into it here. Can they continue to hold? You can see Sardog tossing down all of utility over towards tree to possibly trap someone over there if they manage to get in there. And I believe John's gonna pop his knives again. One gonna get spotted all the way in the back there. You can see on the minimap for a second over top Cat. I don't know if we'll see if that player gets picked up early, but there's really no true positioning for this. So LVC just have to back down. Juice can hear the drone. I don't know if it's gonna spot him or not. As now all the util from Sardog gonna go down over in tree. Juice needs to be careful here. Almost gets sprayed through the smoke. He has his ultimate as well. Zarya being careful. Juice gonna find Buey. So Zarya spots another. It's gonna be twisted over towards B mid to B.
One suppressed.
Still gonna get detected too, so we'll see what comes of that fight a bit later on. Sardog gonna have some pressure over towards A main and gets some shots down and gets the kill onto Wayun. Apologies if I pronounced that name wrong.
Here.
Zarya is still just
30
trying to play his
seconds left.
life. Has his teammates to support him. And now John just has to hit the shots, not quite, but he does do some damage and takes some himself. Juice picks up one. Sardog now gonna hear this player in heaven. I don't know if it's both of them or if it's just one of them.
Enemy remaining.
And that's gonna be one for Sardog, and that's spiked down.
A.
Another
10
round
seconds left.
looking like it'll be LVC's. As the last player of UKY is left on B, and he's just in a 1v1 with John. Gonna win it, but all John has is a classic there as he used the ultimate. So 2 in a row now for LVC.
Last round in the half.
Heading into the last round of this half, they could put this at 6-6 before we head into the swap. Be a good start for LVC. But what will come of this round?
Alarm bot out.
John gonna be looking to maybe dash
Shutting them down.
towards this main part of the map, but that knife not going to detect anyone for LVC, so they will take the space that they've been given over in main.
Power down.
Sardog going to have pressure in main. He has Juice close in tree to support him, but Sardog's going to have to be able to hold his own for now. Gets his one. Zarya gets another. Big start for them. Sardog finds another. But the Hunter's Fury is out. Can it find some damage onto these players? Spike is down over in the tree corner as well. So LVC do at least have the spike in their possession. Now Sardog watching over main as Zarya and John looking to pinch through tree. But Sardog gonna be the main player over here. Wayun gonna find Zarya. John needs to be careful.
Here.
He needs to play the trade, and he does get it. And now it's all down to Wayun. And he's not in a good spot either, just stuck in wine.
Placing sentry.
Who's gonna get the kill? Crisper will. LVC gonna tie it up at half. 6-6, 3 rounds in a row to close it out.
Switching sides.
Still anyone's game here.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight commences.
Big ending to that first half for LVC. Certainly not wanting to go down there.
Placing sentry.
Now we will see them on the attack. Looks like it's going to be a B hit here. Stacking their forces over. Crisper going to be over towards the A side, though, making some noise. Actually, it's looking like maybe mid-control is the play here for LVC. Just try and get some information early on. Crisper going to look to cook up that area. Doesn't look like anyone's spotted just yet. Just a general location. That Sonar Dart going to get destroyed immediately.
Here.
Alarm bot goes down as well. All of the utility getting destroyed from both sides.
Shadows traveling.
No damage done just yet. LVC now looking to rotate out. Working as a unit. Crisper going to be tasked with clearing main. So he's wanting to make sure he plays his team here. John takes some damage over in tree, but he managed to get out. A couple smokes come in. The fight in tree is going to go IBM's way.
One suppressed.
But that door, I believe, is going to be shut, so. And also, Crisper does find a trade on a Wayun. Now, Juice spots one up Kevin. LVC don't need to be too aggressive here, but they also don't want to turtle too heavily either. They can force these players into their crosshairs down in hell, though, if they play their cards right. Juice finds one. Crisper finds another. Zarya does fall over in hell, but John is still down low. Never mind, he's not down low anymore. Gets
One
capped.
enemy remaining.
Juice has the one way onto the spike, so now it's a 2v1, and Crisper going to get the shot. Good work from LVC to hold
Look
after
at
getting
us,
that plant
but
down.
only us. I have so many questions.
There.
LVC in prime position to go take another 2-round lead, but what will they go with here on the push? The rotation was huge as well for LVC. They managed to beat UKY over to the site, still create some noise over at B, but in reality, it's pushed over towards A. And they win their gunfights too. That's been a huge point of emphasis, playing together and winning your ones. And something we've seen a lot more of tonight from this LVC squad. Crisper spots the one way of Wyun, so maybe he might be able to catch someone trying to push out. Actually, that might be a smoke from Juice. I wasn't really sure. I didn't really get to see. Oh, John spots Buey over towards B main, or B market. So we'll be able to maybe get damage done. Juice gets one, and John with a great shot managed to find Buey. It's gonna be one over in B main for Kentucky, but obviously you need to be careful of their tree here too. Certainly LVC going to have their work cut out for him over in tree, and Wyun gets John and gets away, shuts the door on his way out, but gets destroyed right away. Shock Dart gonna maybe do some damage depending on if Wyun was able to teleport out. It looks like he was. All the way over, and Jenny winning the gunfights.
Down A.
And now it's a 1v2
Last
for
player
Crisper.
standing.
Gonna get detected here. He spots both, it doesn't win one. That is certainly a round LVC should have had, but maybe the plan not quite going their way.
I need this.
Now LVC.
Right here.
Gonna maybe work towards this A site now. See if they can still control the middle of the map, but put a bigger point of emphasis on A main and getting that spike down and holding back from there.
I have the spike.
Zardog gonna get the first blood onto Buey.
Revealing area.
And IBM gets a trade, but what is the play from UKY here? They have the weapons to retake, so it's not the end of the world that the spike goes down, but LVC do have a solid setup. Crisper and John not holding quite directly in hell. Will they get spotted here? And looks like Crisper will. So now he's just getting wall banged. He can't do anything about it. John has to be careful now. He's stuck over in Gen. Gets presence detected, gets paranoid, has all the Yuto getting slammed down into his face, and he's now in a 1v4 with a frenzy. And he's going to fall. I don't even know where the other kills came from, to be quite honest. I think there was a pinch over towards A main, so. Don't really have great weapons, though, in that round, and now we'll head into the third round of the half, and
Right here.
it'll be likely a full rifle round, I think, if I did my math correctly.
Here.
Let us hunt.
Looks like we're going to see another mid to A, or mid to B hit here.
Revealing area.
Can that dart detect
One
anyone?
suppressed.
As looks like the presence of one gets detected, and it's going to be
Spike
IBM. Juice just trying to play this smoke. Crisper just hiding behind the box there. John gets flashed a little bit from Zario, but
Shadows traveling.
it's not going to mean much of anything, as they have all their bases covered for right now. Looks like Juice gonna pick up A main with Crisper, and Top shot just a bit off. Again, just a bit off. Now the spray through the smoke, not quite connecting. 2 players going to be detected in tree. Zario and John just need to be careful, as now they may look to rotate over towards market. One going to get spotted by Zario, but no damage going to be done just yet. Zario now looking to push up here. Spots the alarm bot, but doesn't want to take it out just yet. Can he
30
walk
seconds
around
left.
it? No, he cannot, so he's going to have to back down and play with the rest of his team here. As Juice gets spotted by that drone, and Twisted gonna get the shots onto John. Poins finds another. Now 3v4. Just 10 seconds left though. LVC need to get onto the site and get this spike down. I don't even know if there's enough time to get it down. And nope, there's gonna be someone waiting.
Spike
That'll be
down.
Wayun waiting in the back of the site, and he will find the kills.
Just let them try.
Good round win for Kentucky. Just making sure LVC doesn't get too many rounds ahead of them, or too many rounds on them, really.
Right here.
Here.
CRISPR gonna have that Hunter's Fury to work with, and
Placing alarm bot.
we'll also see Juice with teleport. I'm not sure why his character model was red there. I don't know why that's happening, but I assume it's just a small bug in the game. I've never seen that before. That hop shot, just about a centimeter away from connecting with the head of Juice. But Points will. So 4v5 early. And Zario gets one clean shot, but doesn't get a second. And everyone from LVC getting gunned down, and that's an ace for Points. Just gonna gun down one by one the players of LVC.
Don't give them time to reposition.
With that Vandal in hand, that's 10 on the board for UKY. And Zario gonna once again call for the timeout. So far, the defensive holds from Kentucky have been very solid. They are managing to take those early gunfights and keep them in their favor. And alongside of that, they're really just managing to find the retakes when they need them. It's, their util usage has been solid. They know where they need to place the mollies and those alarm bots. I think Points has been a huge point of emphasis for this team, really doing a great job of getting all the information for the side of Kentucky with those mollies and even with that alarm bot. The alarm bot's been huge so far, so we'll see if Points continues to be a huge piece of the UKY puzzle. As that was an ace in the last round. Granted, it was a save round for LVC, but still, that ace is huge. We're also seeing a bit of a tough one from John once again. Saw this last week too. John has not been having a great time on the duelist role. Can John bounce back? I think that's the biggest key for right now with LVC. John needs to have a big game, and
Cover going
he's
out.
certainly
Placing
not showing that right now. As that sonar dart not gonna detect anyone. He might detect Stardog, but I'm not sure. And John just gonna get ripped again with a wall bang. Twist.
Shadows
They're
traveling.
Twisted. Just gonna be phenomenal with those shots so far. CRISPR not as successful there, and Juice almost gets taken out again by the op, but CRISPR gonna be the one to win the fight. Juice teleports across. Certainly some audio getting picked up over towards A now for Kentucky. Can they capitalize here though? LVC need this round. Zario pops the ultimate. Now gonna look to toss the flash over top. Wine going to get cleared, and Wayun slams Zario with a headshot. Still able to get res, but the spike is down. Stardog finds Wayun, so the trade is there, and Zario might be able to get rezzed here. CRISPR falls. Trades are still abound, but now it's no trade, as Juice just tries to teleport out, but has nowhere to run. And now Kentucky on their 11th. Just going to be looking around for some guns and trying to just maybe work on a strat for this next round here. See if they can flip their 12th and put themselves at match or map point.
Everyone makes fun of German efficiency. Ha ha.
Just keep laughing as you use all my gear.
LVC still trying to figure out how to break this defensive line from Kentucky. The rotations have been very, very strong from this team of Kentucky, and I think that's really one of the biggest reasons why they've been able to hold LVC out of these sites is the second they're getting info, they're finding the right angles that they need, and they're just winning the ones. It's still a huge point for them. They're winning those ones, and even there, they're still managing to get the early picks, and now John wisely just
Reloading.
tries to back away as that wallbang comes in once again from Twisted. No one gonna get damaged by those op shots, but I believe those are also coming in from that wallbang, so obviously you need to be careful. Juice takes Wayun down over in a main. Just going back on down, but Yui gonna find John and almost gets Sardog, but Sardog able to readjust. Gonna be a player up top, Cat. Zario gonna be watching this push just to make sure no more of his teammates fall from there, at least for right now. Gonna work up towards Market now. Can they get anything done? Alarm bot gets destroyed. How will LVC take this site? Just 34 seconds left, and LVC need to work towards a
30
site
seconds
now
left.
if they want to have a
What's the
chance in
price?
this round. One gets detected for Kentucky. Now LVC looking to push onto the site. Juice going to be the entry man, and Twisted with a great shot. So still winnable round for
enemy
Kentucky.
remaining.
Crisper's shots are on. Now a 3v1. LVC in a good spot to take this round now. Looks like Crisper going to toss out the drone, and Zario gets the kill before that drone can spot much. So LVC keeping themselves alive, but they're going to need a few in a row here if they want to take this to,
Thank you.
if they even want to win this, even before an OT, it's still possible, but it's going to take a lot from them. More rounds like that where they're winning out the gunfights. Now a split push for LVC. Wallbang gonna do a bit of damage to Sardog. It's been very on point for Twisted so far this map. Sardog just barely escaping it. He's gonna have to back down again. The lockdown is in Sardog's hands, but they're gonna need to find a way to get close enough to the site to even use it if they want it to be effective. Crisper has to be careful over towards Cat as well. For now, there's going to be no one playing in this smoke. No one's going to be too aggressive just yet for Kentucky, but we may see them get towards a main if they decide to take this space. LVC looking to get their push through here. John, I'm not sure if he gets detected there. I don't think he does, so we'll see the play for Kentucky off of that. Smoke.
Take flight.
Get John to cover to clear out Wine. The lockdown goes in. There's a small piece of A that won't be part of that lockdown, though. And now LVC getting halted. Juice just has to play it onto the site. Pewee already finds Zario, though. And that's a spike down. I believe Juice grabbed it, but it doesn't matter. Twisted just finds every bullet he wants. Pewee hitting the shot to the snipe as well. Spike goes down, but nothing else for LVC. Kentucky now on map point, looking to go up 1-0. This has just been a very tough one so far for LVC. I mean,
Sometimes
Twisted,
old ways are
it
best.
really has just been on point with all of his wallbang shots, but we'll see if LVC find a way to counter it or maybe just decide to go away from that site entirely. And from what it looks like, they just do not care. They will take on the B main hit. They may just look to get a bit
Right here.
more aggressive, fire a bit faster
my
on
bot.
this push.
There.
Get out of my way.
Suppress it.
And all the Uto coming in, and look at that push from Huey. They want to win this now. Point's going to find Juice, but 2 kills go LVC's way.
Reloading.
As this is looking like it'll be a very, very fast round. 3v4, just 30 seconds into it. Twisted, pushes through, takes out Crispert, and hits Zarya with another shot. John trying to get some space for his team, but Poins is in the market with that operator, finds Sardog. John at least gonna have the Vandal, but comes at the cost of Sardog. And he's just gonna have to smoke this one off and play close. 2v3. Zarya not in a John not in a great spot here. Don't have a lot of info to work off of either, besides knowing Points is in market.
30 seconds left.
They don't have a lot of time to work with either, so
Flash.
they're going to need to get a move on. Looks like A is going to be the site of choice. John going to be the first one in. Doing as much as he can in order to get this
10
plant
seconds
down.
left.
And
Carrier is
Last
killed.
player
IBM
standing.
playing in main,
Spike
finds
down
I got the
A.
spike.
one, and that will be the game. John not even going, actually doesn't get the plant off. I didn't think he was going to.
Defenders win.
And that'll be map number 1 to
You should
Kentucky.
run.
LVC continuing to struggle here in Champions. But it looked much closer than what we've seen from the rest of their series so far this semester. And yeah, John just still trying to find a way to have his effect on the map that we've seen previously from him in a lot of series where he's just having a field day. But right now, LVC still needs to work things out. Map number 2 is Pearl, and I would say it's certainly a good map to be able to bounce back on, as this is one they do enjoy playing. LVC going to be on the attack this time around, so we'll see if LVC maybe get a better start off here. They did at least keep it at 6-6 at half, and it was very contested even in those last few rounds, but the defense from Kentucky just ends up being too strong there, so LVC going to need to find a way to bounce back. They still need to find their first map win in Champions here. But Pearl, a map I would expect them to be able to maybe bring it back on. But we will see, and we'll toss it over to a quick break, and we'll be back when we're getting ready to start map number 2 over on Pearl. Alrighty, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 2 on Pearl. LVC having a bit of a different comp than what maybe you would expect here. But they will be running the Astra Sage Phoenix for John, Sky for Zario, and Crisper on the Killjoy. I say different than what you'd expect, but mostly just because this is what the pro teams are now running on this map is that double or that I lost my words. I apologize. That setup from KJ and Phoenix has been very, very solid. There's a lot of jump spots you can use those flashes on, and the mollies from Killjoy have been a huge, huge point of emphasis in controlling the site and delaying pushes for as long as possible. You can basically hold a site all by yourself with Killjoy now, especially now that Chambers nerf. With Chambers nerf, it kind of boosted all of the other Sentinels, and that really allows for an agent like Killjoy to thrive off of those types of plays. So we'll see though when LVC gets onto their defensive side, as currently they are attacking. Sardog gonna be on the Sage. This is a really interesting pick for Sardog. I don't know what to expect from that, but Zario and John gonna be working over towards a main. Spike over in spawn. As we see a fade from the side of Kentucky. From the, actually, the KO is going to be a bit different too, and the Jet as well. But I like the Phoenix pick. We saw, I forget who it was, but we saw one of the teams obviously played pick Phoenix, and man, those flashes from Phoenix are just insane. They whip around a corner so quickly, you can't do anything about it. Same with these sky flashes. You can just kind of send someone all the way 6 feet under with all the flashes and the smokes, and we'll see. And what of it.
Covering it.
Obviously just kind of bouncing around, figuring out what they want to do. There's 50 seconds left in the round, so they got to be starting to fully decide on where they want to go on this site here. See, Crisper has the gold charm on his gun there. Also trying to stay in range of that turret, but decides to pick it up, so he will have a little bit of time before he can pick it on to put it back down.
30
Now
seconds left.
LVC going to look to fly onto this B site. Made a lot of noise over at A, but now they're going to be much louder at B. And all of the flashes and stuns from both teams coming out the wall, though. Going to see John for now. No one on the other side of the wall, so LVC just going to be careful now. They can back on up. Crisper gets IBM down. John just going to play close on the wall with this frenzy. Zario looking to hold tall. Juice finds Buey as Points takes down Juice, but Kentucky needs to start taking these fights, and they are not winning them right now. It's all down to Wyam as John tosses down the molly close just to make sure, and Sardog will pick up the kill. That'll be round number 1 to LVC again. They've been doing solid on these pistol rounds, but it'll certainly come down to the rest of the game too, as unfortunately it's not all pistols. Looks like LVC going to opt now for the middle push.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
And we'll see if they can get control here. A massive point of emphasis on this map is gaining control of middle, as that allows you to control any rotation and
Obscuring vision.
and get your way onto either site. Connector is a big place to have,
Right there.
especially if you're looking to go, honestly, go towards either site with that pinch. And it looks like all of LVC actually getting through Connector. We'll see if this play works out for them. I believe the turn detects one of the LVC players, but now LVC just going to sprint over towards B. They need to be careful though. Zario looks to dog in. No one going to be spotted on site, so LVC going to have the all clear to go. And that Spike going to go down. Is there anyone in B main for UKY? So far, just a trade goes in. PM at least gets John off the map, but he does fall. Sardog gonna be holding connector, and he gets shot in the back. So now LVC needs to back down. They do have this hold for T spawn though, as the turn doing a lot of damage, and Crisp are gonna finish him off. Zario finds Twisted. And it's now a 3v1, and Zario gets the kill. Wayun going to fall. And LVC going up 2-0 once again. LVC looking good so far on the map, but we saw a similar situation on the Ascent, so it'll take a bit more than that if LVC wants to bring it home and go to that map number 3. Looks like A going to be the initial place of initial hit for the first, or for this round once again for LVC. But there will be two working over at B, seeing where this defense lies for Kentucky. Looks like John just trying to make sure A main's cleared. Toss out the hunt, spots one in the back, but gets hit by that Prowler, so he has to back down. He almost would have had a kill there, I think, but ends up getting shot through the smoke. Wayun gonna get the first blood.
I got the spike.
Just a tough one for John to get out of, and he's just not able to get there, so. Now LVC gonna slowly but surely make their way through B main, but gonna be one all the way in the back elbow. How will LVC look to clear this? Sorry, gonna look to throw out that flash. Juice tossing down the smokes all the way up top. Zario gets IBM. Juice with a great headshot there on the point. Now the spike can go down, and Juice winning the gunfights. This could be a huge round for LVC if they manage to win it. And so far, it's looking good for them. The healing coming in from Zario. He gets tagged up, but still alive here. LVC just needs to play this together, not get caught on the rotation out. They can now just play off of contact and play off of audio. Zario watching that pinch just to make sure. That spike slowly but surely running low on time. You also still have Sardog alive who can heal these players too. So Wayun at least takes Zario off the map, but Wayun finds two, but it doesn't matter. There's still a couple players of LVC left alive, and they will clean up the round. LVC goes up to 3-0. They're doing a fantastic job so far of creating pressure and taking advantage of the space that they've been given. I know taking space and controlling it has been a huge point of emphasis for this LVC roster. So will they be able to continue doing exactly that? He gets detected for Zario, but the rest of his team also going to be here with him.
Careful now.
What will UKY do? Will they recognize this push?
My ultimate's ready.
The Sardog spawns something in the back, or tosses his orb in the back. Doesn't protect anyone just yet, but those Seekers will find 3 back there. The ultimate comes out from John. He finds a 3-piece. And the spike now going down. Cosmic Divider comes in from, I believe that was Wayun, and it was. But only one player for LVC going to be in main. That'll be Crisper. And that wall goes down. So, not really going to do much as the ultimate from John ends up being huge.
Going up. Here.
Watching here. Blinded.
Slowly but surely, time running out on that spike, and I think UKY are just going to have to back on away as Zario and Sardog finish the last 2 kills. And LVC going to go up to 4-0 now. They are playing phenomenally so far.
should probably play some
Looking
stars
good
in the
on the
astral
bounce
plane.
back right now.
I should do. Here. Here.
Here.
We see now looking over towards this A site.
Going astral, guys.
They've been doing a phenomenal job of taking B. They haven't really needed to go towards A, besides the initial contact, making the noise and baiting out the rotation. But now, if they actually hit the site, what will UKY respond with?
Well divided.
Cosmic Divider comes in from Juice, and now these players are going to be cut off from mid side. John just checking Cubby, doesn't find anything. Buey, though, going to be the one with the first blood. Spike gets planted, though. Now the blind goes through for Zario. No one quite yet in CT. John gets a trade onto Wayun, and now he spots a bunch of the players of Kentucky. But is this defuse coming in? Can LVC do anything about this? And no, the dog does at least spot the spike, and Zario comes in huge! That's 3 from Zario to close it out. The intel, huge from Zario. And he's going to match it with the gun skill, too. 5-0 for LVC. Zario won off the Seekers already. Again. Points has the lockdown, and Buey does have the knives, though. And Twisted one away from the night, the Nightfall, I think is what it's called. Something like that.
Get out of my way.
If the knives will come out from Buey, he may be able to get a kill. He's been a solid player so far this game, so we'll see if he's able to get anything done with these knives in his hands. I think Juice spots the shoulder of somebody. That arrow was the turret. And CRISPR gonna take out Buey.
Spike
He
down.
gets traded, but that's a huge pick to have, because now the Nightfall coming out already over towards B main, and it looks like LVC gonna have some pressure over in their spawn. Dog going to hit them, and the bull going to cost John that gunfight with Wayun. But Zario finding a trade. Juice gets the player out of spawn. Zario gets spotted. Zario just gonna look to pick up this pinch. He has the spike, though. He has to be careful, and shots just a bit off from both players. So now LVC have the ability to just sprint over to A. If anything, it's a 1v3, and all these players get on the site at the same time, it won't be too bad of a deal. But Sardog just picking up this ult orb. I think he got it. He's just a couple off his ultimate, and now we'll see the spike go down, and LVC have a good set of positions with the intel that they've been given so far. And the Seekers once again going to get popped by Zario, and both players going to be in A main. So now all the intel in LVC's hands. Pretty much all they need is they can just hold this spike and see what comes of it. Sardog shots are off, though. Zario gets a trade. And now Zario and Juice can just play off of contact. And Zario gets cut down, though. But it doesn't matter. There's not enough time on the spike for it to be defused. So Juice going to win the round. And LVC still perfect. 6-0.
Make sure to follow my
A
pack in.
solid half so far for them. 9-3 from Zario. 6-3 from Juice.
I need a drop.
So far been shining stars on
Going to the astral
the
fall.
map.
Cheers.
Right there.
LVC once again looking to control the middle of the map. Take that spacing away from Kentucky. They're trying to bait it out here. Doesn't matter. John loses that gunfight. Zario has to win too, and he does not. So CRISPR gets a good angle on the haunt, but he does get marked either way. Spike is down, and he gets pinched. 1v4 for Juice. He just tried the Prowler, but gets capped. Finally, a round on the board for Kentucky.
Is everyone Everyone's text
finally
still
bringing
working?
things
Double
back.
check it, please.
Going to need 5 more in a row,
Right there.
just like we saw from LVC if they want to tie at half.
1 second, peeps.
Going to be a
I gotta
grind,
visit
though.
the Astral to
They want to
place
get
some
back this
stars.
way. Can LVC bounce back with another round here? As Ultimate's going to be in the hands of Sardog, Plains, and IBM. Look at John flying through the map already. He's just waiting over towards Connector. Prowler going to spot someone there. And John at least gets one. Zario and CRISPR find a couple more. 4v2 and now a 3v2. Sardog has to be careful over in mid. At least gets the wall to cover his Connector and tries to take the gunfight and loses it. So 2v2. And look at these players of LVC. They could not be further away from each other. Because we're also down to 30 HP.
Last player standing.
And now it's all down
Spike
to
down,
Juice.
Attacker spawn.
He's won these before, but he's nowhere near the spike. Gonna be all the way in spawn. Looks like Juice may just try and hang out here, see if anyone decides to push him or not, but this will be a tough one for him to win if he decides to get aggressive.
30 seconds
The
left.
economy not great for LVC, so it looks like Juice is just going to save, maybe see if he can bait a player out here. And just a couple overchilds from LVC there, going to cost them that advantage, and it's a bit of a tough spot for them, and
10
Juice
seconds left.
should be able to get out of this one with at least with the Phantom, so. And that'll be another round 2 Kentucky now, 2 in a row.
The MVP is mine. Let's do this.
And it looks like Zario going to call a timeout for LVC here. As we transition over to the player cam, once again, the player's getting coached on up. So far, LVC doing a great job of finding the space and kind of creating it as well. A lot of their successes come off of baiting these rotations from Kentucky. They've been doing a very, very good job of getting really far up onto the main part of either site and then just allowing or forcing that rotation to come in from Kentucky and then just flying over to the other side of the map with the control they managed to get in the downtime of that initial push. And that's been huge for LVC to get space so far. And also we're seeing them find better ways to put themselves into gunfights. You can just tell that that Pearl is a more comfortable map for this LVC team as well. Now, we'll hop back into the map, and looks like Juice may be having a tech issue here. Looks like his keyboard may be having an issue. So we'll just kind of throw it over to the player cam once again as they look to fix this issue. LVC doing a solid job so far on this map, but it looks like he did jump. I'm spectating him, and it looks like he jumped, so we might be able to get back into this in just a second. Hopefully it's not too long. And it looks like we will get back into this. Yep, the match timer has been turned back on. Also, just in, LVC Call of Duty taking Game 5, Round 11 to take their first series in, well, their second series in CCL play, but their first win in CCL. And Juice is actually just DC'd from the lobby, so I'm not really sure what to do there. That's unfortunate, but he could probably connect back in. It looks like his PC is shut off completely, so. LVC just going to have to play this out, though,
Here.
without him. Can they take this round? That would be crazy. 4v5. No smokes to go. Well, they have some smokes, but not a lot of them to work with. As aggression from Twisted is there. And Twisted finds 2, but the res is in for Sardog, so at least
You are divided.
LVC able to keep the lives even right now. Actually, they're not even. It's 3v4. Just still trying to get back into the game there. I can see on the camera. As Zario finds Buey really close and manages to call that out to Sardog. Wins the gunfight. Seeker's coming out for Zario as well. He knows where these players of, or roughly at least, where these players of Kentucky are at. Zario just trying to clear the whole site before the spike goes down, and now gets planted. Crisper spots one in main, and that's going to be points with the op. Bada bing, bada boom. He's off the map. Wyun wins 1 on Zario as well. Juice is also reconnected. You can see him just rushing over towards the site. See if he can do something. But Sardog going to be the main point here. Can he win the gunfights? Juice does at least have a Phantom, so he's going to be able to do something, and he gets a kill off of it. And Sardog finds 4. Juice comes in and finds a kill over in main. The disconnect mid-round, comes back in and wins it. Helps win it for him. 7-2. Good work from LVC.
Help a girl out, would you?
Help a girl out, would ya?
And now LVC gonna look to continue their performance on Pearl here.
And break it. Placing sentry.
Flash comes in over towards main. Zario and Sardog going to be the ones working their, or sorry, Zario and John going to be the ones working their way up. Zario is also able to grab the ult orb. John has his ultimate. He has the run it back. Will he decide to pop it? Yes, he will. He's going to follow this dog in. Can LVC get control of A? And it looks like they do have it. John basically just a human, or a human drone. Doesn't find anything, so now LVC going to know to get that spike over towards A. Alarm bike is triggered for Crisper, so they have to be careful of this flank from main. And Buey going to win 2! Crisper has not been doing too great of a job of getting these trades. That's really what the main thing that's been costing LVC so far, just the trades not always coming in the way they need to. Juice going to be the point man here now for LVC on this rotation over to B.
30 seconds.
Had the A site for a little bit, but not for very long. Juice at least wins 1 in main, 3v4. Juice by himself. He needs to be, as I say, he needs to be careful. He gets gunned by Wyun. So now LVC going to be in a 2v4 with basically 0 time left. The rotation has to be known at this point by Kentucky. Wall does go up, but does the spike go down? It does. So LVC still want to have the chance to clutch here, but you're going to have to watch a lot of angles. Zario finds 1. Flash doesn't hit, and Zardog going to dodge it, so he's in a 1v2 now. He gets spotted there by Poins, and the shots are on point. It's going to be another round for Kentucky, keeping themselves alive. 7-3, 2 more rounds in the half. They do have the ability to win this one.
Working the farm will do these fellas good.
Now LVC going to look to gear up towards this A site once again, and another tech pause from LVC. They are currently just throwing with the tech. I'm not really sure what's happening over there at Juice. It looks like PC is completely shut off again. So we will try and get this sorted as quickly as possible. That's the PC Overwatch is having issues with as well, by the way. Looks like we're hopefully getting back into it here. Power cord was loose on Juice's PC. That's the problem that we were having, so made sure to pause, resume, made sure to put that thing back in where it was supposed to go, and hopefully LVC can not have to deal with these issues. As you can see Stardog just patiently waiting for his teammate to come back into the game. Now we will have Juice slowly but surely reconnect to the lobby. You can see him just kind of standing facing the corner with the spike right next to him. Certainly not a position he would typically play in. I actually can't even spectate him. I can't spectate. Oh, there we go. I don't know why. It was just being weird for a second. It wasn't letting me spectate anyone. Juice, there you go. He's reconnected to the lobby, so he is back in. LVC currently up 7-3. And hopefully we have no more tech pauses in this map, or in this series. As we get back into it, look at LVC flying forward.
Careful now.
John is so aggressive here, getting hit through the smoke, throwing every flash, every piece of utility in his arsenal. It's not going to help him, though, as this was a save round for LVC, but they get punished by Kentucky. The shot's just barely there for Zario. Managed to get out with 11 HP. Just trying to take some rifles out of their hands, and only going to be one. The ultimate also comes out from Buey. That kind of surprises me there, but
Last round before the
we are
switch.
now in the last round of the half, and Kentucky in a good spot to at least make this a 7-5 half. Very respectable, especially after the 6-0 start for LVC there. Was it 6? Yeah, 6-0 start for LVC. So we will have to find out how this one ends in just a second.
Right there. Here. Here. Turret out. Hawk out. Blinded.
Now LVC looking over towards that B site. The dog comes out, and it spots one.
Here.
It's going to be IBM. And Sardog hits the shot onto Buey before he can get away. The Seeker's going to find the placements of these players, and everyone's just getting blinded, stunned, flashed, thrown at the kitchen sink at them. Both lockdowns come in. The plant just, there's no way in hell it'll go down just yet. And Juice finds 3, make it 4 to end off the half. I don't know what happened, but everyone just died immediately.
Switching sides.
I'm lost. I don't know what I just watched.
My people, are you ready?
I didn't even spectate the right person. I just was looking elsewhere, but apparently Juice just finds everybody. So LVC going to end that with an 8-4 half.
Here.
I'm not really sure what happened. Like, at a moment's notice, there was a Sage Wall, 4 KJ Mollies, a KJ Alarm Bot, and then the Nightfall comes in, the Seekers come out.
You should stop trying.
I believe the Phoenix Hall came out too from John. I just got lost. I didn't know what happened. I just got lost in the sauce. We are now in the second half, though,
Blocking vision.
as it looks like pressure going to be coming in over towards B main for Kentucky. Juice trying to get some shots through the smoke. We'll see if this connects. I mean, doesn't get a kill, so don't know. But Twisted gonna be the one to open things up. Twisted opens up with 2 actually. Watch the pinch from the spawn from T spawn and gets 2. John and Zario not gonna be able to win the fight. Juice rotates on back over to A. How much can he get done on this site? So now he's just going to hear these players. He gets a good timing, but gets taken out by Twisted, who now has 3 on the round. Looking for an ace here, but gets eliminated by Sardog. 4v2, though. 2v5 technically here. Sardog at least gets the ghost in hand, but they're going to need to have a small miracle if they want to win this round. Turret gonna get taken out immediately.
Last player standing.
Points hits a great shot. I think that was a right click onto Sardog, and Crisp are gonna fall to IBM. It's now LVC look to bounce back in the 3rd round of this half, and I mean we saw this exact I forgot they went up 6-0. Never mind. I was thinking of map 1 where they won the pistol, lost the 2nd round. So we'll see what LVC is able to do here in this next round. And it wasn't a bad play from LVC, and just trying to take the space once again, but it doesn't work in their favor. The trade's just not there. I think that if that trade comes in, it changes the entire round. And unfortunately, LVC not able to win that. So now we will see John and Zario just slap Twisted right in the face with a flash, and that'll be a kill for them. Now the site getting pushed on B. Juice gets some good shots into Buey, but isn't able to take him down. Wyun also finds Sardog before he can win a 1. So 3v4 retake for LVC here. Dog comes out, but it's getting hit with a few bullets. Another flash for John. Doesn't able to capitalize off of it, and now it's all down to John. There's nothing he can do.
Remember, stay out of the fire. Super high level tactic.
LVC gonna fall in that round. Now just a 2-round lead for LVC here.
Placing swarm grenade.
You'll see that Molly go down for Crisper there over towards mid. Dario gonna blind 3 over in mid. John gonna help him get a 2nd. He picks up the Spectre and gets a kill with it. I guess he just wanted a challenge there, and Juice gonna clean things up on site. Huge round win for LVC there.
Don't stress if I die. It was great knowing you all. Also, delete my hard drive. Placing sentry. Bot coming back.
And it looks like we're going to see a similar setup to what we just saw. Looks like Zario actually may be the one in connector. I have a feeling he may throw a flash out and peek straight over in mid. Or give it to John, or let John do that push. But John only has
You fought well.
I don't even remember what that gun's called, to be quite honest. But either way, at the start of the round, it's going to be a train. Sardog finds 1, but Juice going to fall. Cosmic Divider comes in for Kentucky.
Come on, let's go.
John going to pop the run it back. Flashes through the wall. Just tries to find something. Doesn't find a single kill. Point. Going to take down Zario and Connector, but John going to win that fight. That was hard to look at a screen. John, you are doing a lot, man. I got a small headache watching that. Now he's going to look to peek through to main. Can he spot anyone? He does find IBM, but Wyun going to peek from the pillar and take him down. It's all down to Sardog in a 1v3. Can he get the angle? Does, but shot not quite there. That'll be another round to Kentucky now. Rounds being traded here in this matchup. LVC, though, still in a very solid spot to take this map and send us over to Icebox.
Right there. Turn up. Bring glory. Here.
Now on to round 17. Oh, well, we see elect to play this. They are on a save, so they're just going to fly straight up B main. See if they can get an early pick. And it looks like Point's going to get away for now. But he is not in a great spot. He's in a precarious position. Juice finally going to take him down. They at least have one weapon, or one rifle to use, but Zario's isolated all the way back over in sewer. So he needs to be careful. At least just needs to stay alive for as long as he can. As we see on the top of your minimap there, Juice and Crisp are trying to get through mid. See if they can get a pinch here with Zario. Do Kentucky know that Zario's back here? I mean, Juice gets a trade for Crisper, but trades are not going to help you, and that's a huge one for Juice to win. And Zario just gets caught looking the wrong way, so now it's a 2v1, and it's a team ace for Kentucky. Juice doesn't check Art, and that's going to cost him.
Prepare yourself. We fight once again.
LVC continuing to give up a few rounds. They had a few to give, but they need to start putting a few more on the board. Just 4 away from a map 5, or a map 3.
Checking the situation.
Let's go.
Up I go.
Looks like LVC going to Crisper just barely dodging some shots there. Gets that molly down over in connector. Likely will look to call it here in just a second. As you can see, that's where his crosshair is looking. Juice, though, gonna likely give the call. I like this spot from Sardog. It's an interesting place to play, and Crisper not quite gonna be able to finish the kill, but John does get it. John finds 2 actually there, as he finds a 3rd and looks at the 4th, so maybe he plays for this one. John playing off the utility of his teammates perfectly. Gives LVC full control of this A site. Flash going out for Zario. I think Wayun has Spike. I'm not sure though. I don't really know where it's at. The healing gonna come in for Zario onto his teammates just to make sure they can take a bit more damage in the gunfight here with Wayun. And he still gets spotted, so
30 seconds left.
they're going to know he's here. And John going to get this 4th on the round. That'll be another round for LVC. That is 10. Just 3 away from sending us to Icebox.
Should I play some stars in this reality?
Defense hasn't been quite as crisp and clean as maybe you would like if you're a fan of LVC, but they're still managing to get the job done when they can. That was a huge round for John. Gets a 4-piece over in main as after that flash from Zario. Zario's flashes have been on point today, by the way. I think his flashes are always very, very good, but this round it doesn't matter. The fight's going to go the way of Kentucky for now. Zario has something to say, though. Gets flashed himself. No one going to push off of it, though. Juice maybe so we can get a wall down there. Spike's starting to go down.
Spike planted.
Now it's a 2v3. Juice has the divider, but... And also, Zario has the Seekers, so he's going to at least know the general location of these players from Kentucky. The ultimate comes in from IBM. Zario now getting aggressive towards a main. He just plays the fuse, but doesn't win that gunfight, and that's going to be a huge one to win if you're Kentucky. Juice actually finds 2 there through the flash. Can he get the 3rd? Is he going to clutch? And no, he looks away. He wants to take out that molly, and unfortunately, Points gets a good peek off of it, and will take the kill. Still a one-round game here. LVC in the lead, but that lead can dissipate very quickly. That's what we've seen here. The attacking sides of both of these teams has been very solid. And now looks like it's a eco round for LVC. They're going to be saving those creds for the next few. LVC just going to look to try and play off their util as best they can, but they don't have great weaponry for it. So we have connectors, the place of choice. John at least has a Phantom, so someone of LVC has a gun to work with, but 3 players get detected over in Art. So obviously you have to be careful on this A site. Sardog going to be the one on, at least walls it off for a couple seconds. And John going to pop the ultimate, so he at least is still alive. CRISPR finds the first blood on to Buey. And now we'll see John back down. He needs to be careful, play his life, but Twisted managed to get through. IBM finds Zario, and Twisted finds a second. Juice at least gets IBM off the map, but the lockdown at least in the hands of the hands of Kentucky. The res comes on to John, so 2 rifles are here for LVC. Spike is down, and Juice with a solid shot takes out Points. And now it's a 2v1 for LVC here. And Juice gets behind Wayun. And a fantastic thrifty win for LVC. That is one they needed. That is exactly what you would want to see from LVC in that round. Now 11-9, trying to keep themselves away from the comeback. Looks like a heavy stack over towards A once again for LVC here. We did see, I think, 3 pushed to Art that round, and ended up trying to rotate out, and it just didn't work in their favors. The trades were on point for LVC. It took a little bit for those trades to come in, but eventually it came down to winning your ones. There were a lot of one-on-ones when it became a 3v4 for a little bit. Winning the ones there was huge for LVC, and that's what they did. John finds one. Trades are a pound for teams. It's all of a sudden 2v2, and Ultimate's abilities get used. Zario gets the timing. Now 2v1, and Juice going to win the fight with Buey. Map point for LVC. He started off map with an 0-5 map count so far in Champions, but this right here could erase all of that with a win on Pearl. 12-9. Just need one more round here. LVC gonna once again just fly straight up A main. Is it going to work again? John just one away from the ultimate, and it looks like it's a B push. Sardog finds the shot onto Buey with the operator. That's a Sage with an battle Sage, if you will. Juice gonna be here as well to support. Cosmic Divider comes in. Spike starting to go down as Juice gets the push. Sardog does fall though. Juice needs to play his life, and he's going to get shot in the back by Twisted. Twisted finds 2. This is 3rd on the round, 2v3. Obviously need to convert here if they want to just end it now. And John pops the ultimate and gets the shot through the box. Can John find the last kill? And CRISPR finds it!
Defenders win.
LVC get their first map win in Champions. And we have ourselves a map 3. We will head to the box. A huge one for LVC to take. Juice, 24-12. 10 assists from John and Zario both. We know how important those flashes have been all season long, and especially in this matchup. LVC finally able to get one on the board, and they can carry this momentum all the way over to Icebox, another map that they certainly enjoy playing. But we will have to see. Fantastic holds from LVC on the defensive side. They did start to lose it just a little bit, but they managed to continue to hold that lead, and they never gave it up. So looks like LVC once again going to be on the attack, by the way, to start this map. It looks like we're just not even going to have a break. Kentucky just wants to get into this immediately. Sorry, I got to take the headset off for a second so I can grab a drink in between these maps. You can see the players of LVC just conversing. Certainly happy about that one. LVC in a great spot, though, so far. And we will see if they can take that map number 3. But I will toss it to a break for just a quick second, and we will be back in probably maybe a minute with the next map and the ending part of this series. We'll be right on back. I'm not muted. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are on the box, baby. I love this map. And by that, I mean I despise playing it, but I don't mind watching it, honestly. It's a fun one to work on, or work with. We are here, map number 3. LVC, University of Kentucky, winner takes all in this map. And they will go, LVC could either go to 1-2 on the season, or Kentucky could put them at 0-3. We will see, though, as we get into the agent picks. Juice going to be on Viper. Sardog going to be playing KO. John going to be on the Sage. No duelist, by the way, for LVC here. This is one of the only map. In fact, this is the only map they will not run a duelist on. As you can see, double Sentinel with that Sage and Killjoy setup. Crisper going to be on the Sova. What is the plan here for LVC? I don't really know, personally, but I vaguely know like what their or what their setups are to an extent, but like I don't know
Select
it
your
insanely
agent.
well. So I am excited. The boys are certainly hyped up. You could see them on the cam after that map. They were firing after that. And now they're on a map that they also enjoy playing, so we're just waiting for, there we go. And it looks like a Reyna and a Yoru for UKY. You know, normally Yoru is a troll pick, but I know he's not a troll pick here. We're not playing Fisher College, all right? So I do know that they actually have a purpose for this, and I respect it. Buey probably has something cooking up. We saw him have a fantastic map 1, so I would love to see what his game plan is here on the Yoru. I guess we'll find out in just a little bit. LVC starting off on the attack. We saw them on Pearl take 6 straight rounds on attack, and in that first half, 8-4. Can they do it again and have the momentum? And they want to ride that all the way to their first victory as a champs team and the first LVC champs team victory in general. As this is the first team to even be in champs from this school. Very exciting stuff on the board for us. Now getting into round number 1. LVC going to be looking towards that A site. Juice going to toss a wall over in main, or not main, sorry, mid. And it looks like a few players get detected by that arrow. Crisper is trying to get the spots early and wins the gunfight with Twisted. Can he win the second? Gets Buey very weak, I would imagine. I think he hit like 2 bullets there. So Buey's going to be a bit weak. And Sardog going to clean up the kill. Juice at 21 HP, but he does have the healing from John. Yeah, it's going to throw me off all map. I've seen John play Sage before, but it throws me off every time I cast it. Zarya working through the smoke. Now it's going to be a rotation over to B. We saw this work really well for LVC on Pearl. Make a ton of noise over on A and then fly over to B. Bait out the rotation and get that spike down. All the corners being checked, all the cubbies being picked out. As LVC starting to work their way onto site. The wall going to come up. The plant going to come down here in just a second. And make that 3, I think. IBM, though, finds Zarya, evens things out. Spike is down, though, behind the wall. Sardog is going to try and get to yellow here. He's going to be playing close. John just checking Snowman, checking up top. Sees that util go down and spots the second player there as well. And the pinch is going to be on point from Poins. And LVC get wiped off the map. Pistol round over to Kentucky. That pinch is going to be the death of them, but they also don't win a gunfight in those last 3. So LVC going to start off down at 1-0, but
ready to stretch your wings.
they can look. They will look to equalize here, and obviously we still have a lot of game left in front of us. So it's going to be a grueler. I could see this being a very, very close map. Very well could see an overtime here if it comes down to it.
Turn out.
Crisper gonna look for the lineup here. See if he can spot anyone over on B. Ball comes up, and Poins gets some gunny through it. Gonna fall, but that gun needs to be loaded, so John can't even get the kill. As the flash is the thing that's gonna get shot. Buey plays really well off of it, and that will be the round again for Kentucky. They have some strats, and that was a fantastic flash from Kentucky there, or from Buey. A really good play on the Yoru, and those are the types of things I expected from this Kentucky team. They have something in the bag, and it looks like Yoru is the pick for it. So we'll see if they can continue with this effort.
Track them down.
I have the spike.
It is the bonus round, though. LVC certainly expected to pick this one up. As Some shots going down range over on A. Gotta be careful of these aggressive plays from Kentucky, though. Sardog gets pinged and he gets taken out. Actually, Buey does have an AR, so at least one rifle in their hands. John gets a trade onto Twisted. There's still going to be a player on this site. Can they spot where he's at? And actually, there's going to be two. Spotted with that drone. John wins another gunfight, and he's able to heal himself up. Puts the wall up as well. Spike starting to go down. And LVC hold this time around. Need to be careful of this pinch. Was the death of them before, will be the death of them again. Zario much better positioned for it though this time around. And Juice gonna win the fight with Buey on the pinch, so
One enemy
it's gonna be a huge pickup. Crisper gets a trade. Now it's a 1v3. Very little time on the clock, and looking like LVC going to get around here on the board. Juice is playing a lineup as well, just to guarantee no defuse comes in, but I'd imagine Poins there has a Vandal or maybe even a Phantom. Either way, he has a rifle, and he certainly wants to save that. That would be my guess there as to why he wouldn't push that out. So
The wind shifts in our favor.
LVC
Turret out.
get one on the board. Now 1-2 scoreline.
Here.
Can they manage to pull this one out? Ooh, hit the wrong button there.
I'll
Is,
find them.
LVC once again eyeing this A site. They did get capped over at B. We'll see if they're a bit wiser to the situation. Looks like the Sage isn't playing too aggressive, and never mind. Points
I got the
gets
fight.
taken out immediately off that push over towards B main. So LVC have the life advantage, but need to work through this attack. Juice picks up Wyun over in mid. Zario sees the gun swap, so he will at least know a player's close to this location. Is Juice going to be able to find anything? Puts down the smoke. This is going to be a slow walk over to the B site. Does Kentucky expect this? John also has the ultimate, so that's something that could come into play here if it starts becoming a closer round, but we'll have to find out here in just a little bit. LVC now looking to get on site. Same plant going to be going down as what we've already seen. A knife. Not going to detect anyone, but Juice this time picking up the pinch.
Placing alarm bot.
Everyone from LVC actually just going towards main. Not really worrying too much about the positioning of the players of Kentucky through the back of their spawn. Sardog
Bomb grenade out.
will be working with Zario. And Zario shoots the flash again,
Bomb grenade out.
Deploying drone.
but for now it's not going to be much. Wall is definitely down at this point. And Sardog with the transfer at least finds one.
One
But
enemy remains.
all the kills
Last
going the way of
player
Kentucky. It's a
standing.
1v1. LVC
Scanning
had the
ahead.
advantage, but it looks like Crisper should be able to have this round, and he gets the shot onto Twisted. Barely managing to squeak that round out.
If any of you die, I lose a bet with Brimstone, so don't embarrass me like that, please. Anyone have funds to spare?
Can I get this?
LVC gonna even things out here now, going into round number 5.
Here. Here.
Breakaway.
Heading into round 5 here, LVC gonna look towards this
Revealing
A
area.
site again, see if they can just make some noise over on this side of the map. As Twisted
My ultimate is ready.
gets up top and doesn't get a kill for it, so now LVC gonna look to pressure over on A. Dodge the flash. Now walking on. Sardog finds one, has the help of his teammates as well to work here, but Wyun in a great spot. At least picks up one, but it's a 2v4.
One enemy remaining.
And Crisper finds IBM as well, so it's all down to Wyun. He would need an ace
Right
in this
here.
round, but I think he's got. I think he has a sheriff over there. So Juice gonna get a good shot there, and now LVC have the lead.
Don't be daft. If you need help figuring out how, just ask.
Good work from LVC there to
Turret out.
get aggressive onto that site the second they get a pick. And it's something that they've been showing off this entire series, finding a pick and being confident to take the site. Juice now has the pit,
Here.
and John still has the resurrection if he
Here.
wants to use it. But as you can see on Kentucky, they have every single ultimate minus the Hunter's Fury, but only one off of that. So likely we'll see at least one come out in this round. The turret gonna shoot the flash there, but it won't go off.
Turret.
Zario just waiting with Sardog there over in B main for an aggressive play. John gonna pick off Buey, trying to get through mid.
Right here.
The slow play from LVC has so far paid off.
Here.
And it looks like LVC just trying to make as little noise as possible for right now. But now the pinch is what's going to do them in once again. IBM finds one. The res comes in. It's a 5v4. Although IBM by himself, I believe, on that pinch. Not a lot of health.
Last
Sardog
player
finds one,
standing.
but now he's in a 1v4.
A.
And that's going to be it. The pinch again, costing LVC the round is what we've seen in a previous one with this team. But it is 3-3, so it's not the end of the world. Still able to full buy here as well, so not too bad of a situation. And if they manage to take this one, they will still be able to do very well financially, so I'm not worried about it. At least right now. Still a lot of game left here too. Looks like another default for LVC, gonna be over towards this A site. Some shots go down over in mid. As Twisted gets the shot onto Crisper, but John pops that res. Sardog gonna get the shot onto IBM, and now this peek is in. Sardog finds Twisted. The pinch again, getting two players of LVC. But for now, it looks like they have the A site, knowing where those players of Kentucky are at. So Sardog just watching through CT door. Wayun makes it a 2v2. Sardog gonna be up top here. John just watching the back side of the spawn up in heaven.
Last player
As Sardog gets shot through the wall. Now it's all down to John. Only going to expect this position. They see him jumping down, and that's going to be another round. LVC kind of tosses away as the spike gets diffused. There may have been a teleport there from Buey as well. I was not looking over in mid, so I don't really know what happened. And I think they had a couple players over there as well, so just winning the fights over that direction. Just a back and forth map with these two. And seeing the end of that pearl, I mean, what else would you expect?
Turret out.
Scanning ahead.
Welcome to my world.
Pick comes out from IBM. Looks like it'll be on that A site. Just trying to lock it down after obviously being successful over there for a bit. Crisper takes down Twisted. This is a save round, so it's going to be a good one to win if they manage to take it. But Buey answers with a kill onto Sardog. And Juice can't flick away and hit the shot fast enough, so it's down to a 2v4. John just playing really close with.
Last player standing.
And he doesn't win
down
the
mid.
fight.
I have the
Now
spike.
1v3, and Crisper's shots are off. Looking
Note down your observations,
like
then let's run it again.
University of Kentucky starting to pull away with this one. Only 2 rounds ahead, but started to look a bit more clinical in these past few rounds.
Here. Placing sentry.
Well, will we see LVC respond with? They need to find an
Here.
answer once again here.
Revealing area. Nowhere to run!
And here comes that Hunter's Fury. LVC working up towards B main, but actually, John gonna take some damage. He would have healed himself, but certainly not ideal. As IBM gets the first blood, gets the second too.
Spike down B.
Spike is down, but it gets picked up. IBM still challenging and finally gonna get taken out after he finds 3.
Swarm grenade. Swarm
Those
grenade
kills
out.
from IBM very well could solidify the round for UKY here.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Last player
As
standing.
now Buey finds Zario. Stardog with 9 HP and not much of a dream. 6-3. Kentucky starting to hold well. The timeout being called by LVC there. They will have just 60 seconds to discuss here with the coach and see if they can figure things out, see what they can do differently on this attack. And it's just been a tough one. They started pulling together a few rounds, but the past 4 have not gone their way. We will see if LVC figures it out, but I think the biggest problem right now that I'm seeing with this LVC team is they're taking a bit too many ones, not quite allowing for the team shots to go through, and if they are, they're almost stacking, so it's kind of just a free transfer. So we'll see if LVC can clean things up. They are not out of this by any mean just yet. 6-3, and it's going to be a save round for LVC in this one, so he's going to have to find a good strat to work with here.
Turret out. Trust
Now in round number 10, just a few rounds left in this half, and then LVC will head over to the defense.
Revealing area.
Here.
As I believe one of those players gets detected, or gets spotted, but it doesn't matter. IBM wins the first fight. Shots are there for Zario, but that gun doesn't do a lot of damage. Buey finds 2, and at least 1 kill for Sardog, but it's going to be Juice in a 1v4 with a Bucky. Can he at least find
I have the
1?
spike.
And picks up that stinger. Where does Kentucky know relatively of Juice's position?
Enemy down.
I guess not, as Juice finds the first, but look at that ranged fight. That is not going to happen if you're Juice. Just puts a couple bullets in and backs on away. Even north of this Vandal, but Buey gonna find 4. And Kentucky just knowing it'll be a save.
No one will remember.
Playing off of that, they will take this half. With just 2 left to go. LVC can still make this a very respectable scoreline, though, if they play their cards right. LVC going to need
out.
a big effort
Keep it
here
cool.
as
That's how you survive.
they start
Yeah.
slowing down a bit in this map. Zario 0-8. Going to need to pick things up a bit more. The IGL of the roster. Just not being able to do a whole lot. And I will say that this comp, I feel, is a bit more defensive heavy as well. So we'll find out as Zario puts down the lockdown. You can see the drone on that on the mini map there. At least on the spot, probably a player or 2. Buey falls. He gets heavily aggressive by himself, and he's going to pay for it. Crisper, though, gets traded out. Zario continuing to keep the life advantage in LVC's favor. The res comes in as from John. He also finds a kill. The pit gets put down by Juice. But Twisted going to win the fight in it, so it'll fall down. And Twisted finds a third kill. And now these players are trapped in hell. This is not a good spot to be in. Sardog just trying to avoid having to reload there. Trying to take this fight with Twisted.
Last player standing.
And now it's all down to John.
One enemy
Disastrous
remaining.
turn of events, but can John clean it up? And he can!
I am not
2v1.
Last round
And
in
just
the half.
barely LEC
cannot
able to
keep our
scrape
good
that one out.
Spend all.
John comes in the clutch. Here in the last round of this half. We go down by 2.
Placing sentry.
What will they be able to do here on this final attack? Can they make it mean or worthwhile? And Poin's gonna find the first, but he gets traded. So LVC not gonna be down a man for too very long. And Point did have the resurrection, so that is a huge loss for Kentucky. Zario's also through to the site. John takes out IBM as well. The wall goes up. LVC in a good spot here, but we've seen them have a tough time trying to hold this setup after getting the spike down. Can they manage to hold it this time around?
Who's next?
And look at this, LVC heavily picking up the flank.
There.
It's something that they've struggled with so far in this map, and now all the flashes and recons and everything coming out. Sardog can't
One
quite get
enemy
there, but
remaining.
it's all down to Twisted, and they'll win the round. So LVC close out the half with a dub and just down by 2.
Switching
They very
sides.
well could end up tying it up here with
If you're not a good
a
shot
win in this
today,
pistol.
Don't worry. There are other ways to be useful.
chaining that to the
No
second
charge placing
in the
sentry.
half. Now we will see if LVC's defense is strong enough to give them the victory here.
Here.
Looks like John going to be the one posted over towards B main, and we'll also see Juice working with him.
There.
Barrier created.
And 2 get detected over at A,
Reloading.
so maybe a rotation
Alarm
from
bot
one of
out.
these players of LVC going to come.
Found that killed my bot.
Alarm bot gets triggered. Stardog gonna spot Pewee, doesn't fall for the trap. It's a good start. Can they continue?
Placing swarm grenade.
Spike going to go down as CRISPR
Spike planted.
is able to stay alive for now.
Swarm grenade out. Reload.
And CRISPR takes down Twisted. Now we see it in the advantage, and Zario Sardog going to combine for the last few.
Gun here.
Flawless.
Good work from LVC there. 6-7 now. Flawless pistol round. Huge work
Can I get this?
out of Sardog and Zario to close that out. Everyone from LVC wants an Odin. They want it in their hands, but for now, they'll have to settle with Spectres, a Marshall, and a Stinger, of course, from John.
Don't overthink it. That's my job.
Who else but John to only run a Stinger? Look at how fast he's playing. He wants this ult orb. He's just gonna back away. Juice watching over him. Looks like it could be another A hit. Yeah, it's very likely going to be an A hit here for Kentucky. Sardog just gonna have to back away and go over towards Heaven. Does have the Marshall in hand, so we'll see what he decides to do with it. Spike is once again going down. Crisper,
Spike
same
planted.
shock dart. We see the same result in this round. Already looking very similar to the previous. I think there was an early pick in that last round, though.
Placing swarm grenade.
LVC gonna start taking the site. Juice finds points. Gonna get the second. No, he gets traded out, but Crisper there to respond with Huey. As Sean hits a couple stinger shots with that really awkward angle, but there's going to be one in hell, and it doesn't matter. All the kills get cleaned up. LVC gonna tie this game up going into the bonus
Team
round.
ace.
A team ace from LVC.
Oh, I should stop playing checkers. Everyone makes fun of German efficiency. Ha ha. Just keep laughing as you use all my gear.
Turret out.
Can LVC take this bonus? I think if they take this bonus, they very well could just start snowballing this, for lack of a better term, being it is Icebox that we're talking about here. They could snowball and start taking a lot of rounds after that. And once again, John just guaranteeing an Altorp, just 2 away from the resurrection. Sario spots one in mid, but doesn't finish the kill. And look at John, flies through to Buey. And flies through to try and get twisted, but ends up paying for it. Sardog at least picks up points. IBM, though, still trading players out, and that's
Last
all
player
that they
standing.
need. Is it's all down to Sardog, and a 1v3 hipfire is good with the Marshall. Phenomenal shot, but it's going to need a few more. Here's the spike going down over at B. He has the knife to work with, but
Spike planted.
also a couple flashes to his name. What does LVC have in them? Sardog slowly working his way through main. Checking every nook and cranny. Is he just gonna stick this? Spots Wyun, but unfortunately not able to get out of it fast enough. So LVC going to fall in that one, but
Human brains are hard to replace.
still in a good position. Defense is looking solid for right now.
Placing sentry.
Looks like for now, LVC gonna have to hold on. They do need to start chaining some rounds together, though, if they want to take this game.
Toxins going up.
A lot of pressure over towards A again. Crisper gets the spot on the one, but it's not gonna mean a whole lot there. Spike again going down at A. We've seen this play before,
Spike
but it looks like the
planted.
fights are now going the way of Kentucky.
Your duty
Rez
is
comes
not
in,
over.
so it's still a 4v4, but the pinch again, stabbing LVC in the back, quite literally, minus the actual stabbing part. This Juice just trying to watch his teleport. It doesn't quite get to half on that defuse, but
Last
now they're
player
flashed
standing.
out, and it's all down to Juice, and he's not going to win it. Kentucky still keeping themselves ahead.
Stay taut as a
A
bowstring.
great
The fight
round
commences.
for Kentucky to win there. Puts the economy at a bad state for LVC. They need to win this eco round if they want to continue to contend in this map. Otherwise, it could look very, very scary for this LVC team. And we will have to find out now into round number 17. What does LVC have left in there? As John gonna get the first blood on the points.
Spike down B.
That's a good start. But now he's going to get pinged. Sardog finds another. John just trying to be careful, but he's gonna get pinched.
Placing swarm grenade.
Wyun
Swarm
gonna take
grenade
him out. So 3v4.
Here.
Just play the numbers if you're LVC, and you may find some success, but it'll take an effort from everybody. Shot's just a bit off.
Reloading.
Not quite going to connect. Just trying to win these fights over in main, and Wyun on the
Player
pinch.
standing.
Gonna get
Spike down.
2
Attacker
and
spawn.
help get that third off the map. It's all down to Sardog in a 2v1. Gonna work his way over in main.
One enemy remaining.
Finds one, and the second going to be right behind. Sardog not quite expecting it.
They will die. Hopeless and afraid.
10 on the board for Kentucky. Looking to slam the door shut on LVC. They are slowly working their way towards that result.
Here. I will not
Placing
lose my
swarm
home
grenade.
again.
Sardog going to get detected there, so he has to back down. Hunter's Fury comes out trying to buy space onto this A site. And it looks like that space will be given. Viper's pick goes down as well. A trade comes in for Crisper's life. As the spike going down at A.
Spike planted.
You can see Zarya just holding that mid flank. That's what cost them the last time. But the fights on site need to be won. And Juice taking some damage. Points gets a res. 5v3. The lockdown comes in. Sardog finds 2. Round not over yet. Is anyone going to get the chain here? Or will LVC be able to get some control on the hill onto the spike site? And now those abilities can't get used. The defuse is coming in. Can they get it? LVC gets the defuse!
One enemy remaining.
A huge one to win. Keeping themselves in it.
Emergency reset required.
Exactly what LVC needed. It will certainly be a battle to the end. And LVC just need to continue slaying out Sardog. 24 and 15. We still got a bit of a ways to go here in this matchup. He very well could hit 30. Next closest player on the map has 18 kills.
Who's next?
And we'll see that ultimate come out from Yui. Where will he decide to go with that well, it's not teleport, I guess. Dimensional Rift. Is it Dimensional Rift or Dimensional Drift? One of the two. Looks like B is his site of choice. And he finds a double. Juice cannot get the trade. Crisper finds one, but he needs to just stay alive.
Spike
Work
planted.
with John in the back here. Teleport going to get destroyed, so Snowman not going to be the spot for now. And that flash gets shot at by John. Just holding a pre-fire. Now Crisper going to be working with Sardog here. Sardog has been the man of the map so far for LVC. Crisper, though, wanting to contribute
Last
here
player
too, but
standing.
gonna leave it all down to Sardog in the 2v1. Finds the first,
Enemy
gets
remaining.
gets 2. Actually 1v4, sorry, or 1v, yeah, it was a 1v4, I apologize. I missed the last player there and cannot find that third, so
Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just shoot. You have to
LVC
think. Here.
and starting to get into dire straits. Not in a good spot to win this round either.
Turret out.
Will they be able to
Right
take
here.
this map?
Time for a field.
Or will they even be able to take this round? Keep Kentucky away from
Scanning
the
ahead.
match point for now.
Suppressed.
As Jandros tries to get aggressive, but Poins hits him with the Marshall. Sardog now close, gets the headshot. Can he get the second one? No. Juice now playing with this wall. Spots one walking through, gets the right click, but he has a lot to work with there. Zario in a 1v3 has not been having a great map, and We'll need a great play if
Spike planted.
take this one, and he can't win the first gunfight there, so now it's all down to 1 round for Kentucky.
Match point.
Just 1 round will give them the map 3 victory and put them at 2-1 in the Champions Central Atlantic Division, or Champions Mideast. Sorry, Champions Mideast Division. Our Rocket League team is in Central Atlantic.
Time out.
What's LVC have left in the tank? We will find out here. Every round is now a force. Dart detects one, but the pit gets popped by Juice over at B main, so looks like LVC just gonna have to play over, or Kentucky gonna have to play over towards A again. Sardog gets the first blood onto Buey. John has to back down from top. Sardog just has to back down with John here. They can still play this retake though. And a bit hit or miss, but I think it's been decent for them. And John gets twisted. Hunter's Fury comes in for Crisper as well. John gets taken out by IBM though.
You will
Hunter's
not
Fury doesn't
kill
find
my
anything.
allies.
Buey gets rezzed.
Impeccable.
Zario at least gets on the pinch, finds the first. Can he be the man of the round? Oh, we see starting to work through quickly here onto this A site. They have to retake. Juice finds one, but Wyun wins 2. Zario shot the pit off, and now it's down to him in a 1v2. He needs to clutch this out if LVC want the map. There's the first, spots the second. Just gonna hop fuse. Does he decide to stick it? Gets it to half. Can he find the kill? He does get it! Does he get the defuse? Yes, he does! Zario clutches it out, keeps LVC alive. We head to another. But that is a very close one to have. And LVC after that taking a timeout. Much needed one there. Still fighting for it, still in this map. But they are going to need the Force OT. They will have to win 4 straight. We saw them have an explosion on Pearl. Can they pull it off on Icebox? At this point, really nothing that's happened in this map is really going to matter now. You just can't allow Kentucky to win a single round from here on out. Not the greatest economy to work with either. John is stuck with a stinger here. Can he manage to continue, or can he manage to find anything with this stinger? He has been able to do some damage with it. Will he be able to here? He very well could decide the round. I think I know at least relatively what the play is for him. Actually, no. He's probably not going to play as fast as I originally thought because he has the res to work with. So that's going to be crucial in these last few rounds. And it sounds like it's going to be a B hit for Kentucky. Juice just has to hold his own for now. Can he manage to stay alive for long enough? And IBM draws first blood. Zario going to be down again. Crisper trying to stay alive. Gets spotted. At least gets Buey down. Sardog, though, falls as well. John gets one. So it's a 3v3. Going to have to retake onto A. Juice by himself. He has to be. Oh, I guess he doesn't have to be too terribly careful. He is does have the pit to work around. The res comes in. Juice finds one on site. LVC in a good spot right now. Just have to be careful as Juice gets a spot onto one over in main. The lockdown coming in. Can Juice stick to the defuse? Gets one. There's gonna be one down in hell, but it doesn't matter. And it's gonna be John with the last kill as Juice holds the defuse. A couple ultimates get used, but it keeps them in the map. 10 to 12. 2 more for LVC. And they can send this to an overtime. This is going to come down to the wire. LVC still have the ability. They have a better setup now than they did in the previous round.
Poison orb.
Juice once again just trying to keep the presence off of B. And it looks like it's going to be another B hit for the side of Kentucky. Although they just faked this one. This definitely is not a fake. They are certainly attacking this B site. The spike is going to go down. Who will win the fights? Trade for the first blood and second. But John going to fall to Twisted. Life advantage again to Kentucky. Can they clutch it out this time? Or does LVC have more in the tank? As looks like LVC is going to hop the defuse. Get it to half. Going to continue holding it, but it's going to be Twisted that finds two in the back. And that will be it. Kentucky closes it out. LVC going to be shut down in map 3. Despite getting so very close to that defuse. The effort from Zardhog, not enough. As you can see, 3 Kentucky players right below him. Map 3 goes the way of Kentucky. They will go to 2-1 on the season. Can LVC it. So without a win, they at least found the map win, though, that they had been searching for. And that's a good start out for them. They will need to put a bit more together, though, if they want to continue on in NECC champions. But for now, that will be it for tonight. LVC we'll have a lot of matches tomorrow. Valorant, though, actually, yeah, Valorant will be back in action tomorrow as well. They'll be taking on Eastern. But on stream here, we will have Overwatch taking on Drexel in their NACE matchup at 7 p.m. And then if time allows, we will show R6 against Arcadia at 8. But it's all dependent on how Overwatch goes and how much time they take in that series. But we will be done for tonight. We will see you guys back here tomorrow for LVC Overwatch taking on Drexel. Have a good night, everyone.